Because dude tries to self-sacrifice himself. He has 2 grenades in hand.
Pulls the fucking
ready to go. Like, let's go. Closes his eyes, looks out. Snake fucking takes off.
He fucking dips.
And he's just an explosion.
Like, fuck. Let me tell you how it's about to go. Let me show you the towel you're about to throw. This is hip-hop, try to run in our house. We'll knock your ass straight out the door. I'm the enemy's epitome, the fantasy, my tendency to mentally give your career the death penalty. I instantly advise you to match my intensity. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Lostlegendstv. We are Rated MC, and I'm Ray.
And I'm James.
We are moving forward with the October 2020 horror bracket.
And then we're going with the weird one in the monster category. We're doing Anaconda versus Hellraiser. Which, that sounds like an incredibly weird matchup, but I want you to understand, we randomized, when we got like the 8 that we wanted, we randomized it, and we put Hellraiser in this category because he couldn't really fit into the slasher category. Mm-hmm. He would fit into supernatural, but we already had what we wanted there. And he could have fit the combo too, but we needed that extra little slide. And he, in a way, is kind of like a monster type. Like, and he has his, like, what is his... The
Cenobites.
Cenobites. So, we went like that.
He landed there, I mean. So, the first thing we'll look at are plots, sequels, and freshness. I'm going to give a very, very vague summary and synopsis of all the films.
By the way, there's 10 Hellraiser films.
There's 10. There's a whole lot. And there's 8, respectively, with Doug Bradley. Mm-hmm. So, Hellraiser 1, there's a guy named Frank, opens up this puzzle box. He unleashes Pinhead and the Cenobites. He gets torn apart. A few years later, his brother named Larry, his wife Julia, and the daughter Christy move into the house. And Julia helps resurrect Frank, and they unlock Pinhead, and it leaves Christy to defeat Pinhead and the Cenobites. Mm-hmm. Hellraiser 2, Hellbound, moves forward with Christy in a mental hospital, and the doctor opens up the puzzle box, and they all go to hell, like literal hell, and they have to fight Pinhead and the Cenobites while Christy tries to save her dad. Number 3, Hell on Earth, this nightclub owner purchases this sculpt which contains the puzzle box. Pinhead and his new Cenobites, as they go on a killing spree and faced by a TV reporter who had to cover the murders. Hellraiser 4 Bloodline is a time-jumping storyline between 18th century France, modern-day New York City, and a future space, which Pinhead terrorizes the reincarnation of the same character, 200 years apart. That was fucking weird.
Yeah.
Number 5, Inferno, takes place with an LAPD detective who is exiled to Hades, has to battle Pinhead and use the box in order to claim his freedom. Hellraiser 6, Hellseeker. This is actually one of my favorite ones. Deals with the return of Christy Cotton, boyfriend Trevor. They have a car accident and Christy is MIA, as Trevor is actually living in a purgatory hell in limbo and must find answers as to where she is and why he is there. Hellraiser 7, Deader. Undercover reporter Amy Klein stumbles upon a mysterious videotape showcasing the act of death and reincarnation. She also discovers an underground group who possesses the power of restoring life and also deals with Pinhead and his army. Hellraiser 8, Hellworld, which I think this is the most ridiculous plot in the whole fucking franchise. But hear me out on this one. Hellraiser 8, this was also Doug Bradley's last appearance as Pinhead. Okay. This takes a modern take in the horror franchise which focuses on teenagers who are diehard fans of the latest Hellraiser video game. There are such hardcore fans that make a tribute website and they create a simulated puzzle box. And Pinhead is unleashed and punishes the teenagers for using a box that wasn't the actual box. Hellraiser 9 Revelations, 2 friends in Mexico find the puzzle box and unleash Pinhead. One tries swapping himself with somebody else and attempt to save himself as family members come and find him and also find Pinhead and his Cenobites. Hellraiser 10 Judgment. 2 detectives are tasked by hunting down a horrifying serial killer in their city. As the case unfolds, they have to deal with the spindling labyrinth of terror, which seems to be involved in supernatural aspects as well as dealing with Pinhead and his Cenobites, aka the return of Pinhead. If this moves to the next round, we won't discuss each plot again?
No, we'll just...
We do that the first video, and then we just move on from that.
Yeah. And then we got the Anaconda Films, where it's the first one where it's a group that were trying to make a documentary. They get sidetracked because of some blockage. Their captain is fucking insane. It's Serrano, is his name. It's got J-Lo, Ice Cube, even Owen Wilson, which was kind of cool.
Yeah. It had a good cast.
It had a decent cast. And John Voight, he played Serrano. And they get detoured into the section where there's just an anaconda in there, and it goes to shit. The second one is a group of scientists that are going to look for the blood orchid, which they believe has some link to the Fountain of Youth. The third one takes place in Romania. There's a anaconda that's been held in a facility or whatever. They're trying to test it for its genetic makeup and everything. One dude gets cocky, teases one, ends up getting out. Somehow he releases a queen anaconda that just unleashes hell on the facility. We get into the fourth and fifth ones.
This is where they become sci-fi films.
Yeah, these were straight up sci-fi films that was used for an experiment, and they ended up creating a hybrid of the blood orchids that made the anaconda basically not indestructible, but it could regenerate.
Yeah.
So it made it really hard to get through, to kill it. You basically had to destroy its insides. And then you get to the fifth one, which was Lake Placid versus Anaconda. It's crazy. For one, it takes place at Lake Placid. Okay, It comes down to these two scientists captured a giant female crocodile, and we're going to cross her blood with an anaconda for whatever fucking reason it was, and it gets down to the anaconda's fighting the croc's fighting the anaconda. They're killing a bunch of folks. It's insane. It's all over the place.
It has some pretty good kills, though.
It has some very decent kills. It has some stupid characters.
Yeah.
Like the one bitch who smacked somebody, and she smacked the crocodile. And then she also earlier pushed her friend down to save herself. I was like, that's a dick ass move.
You can have a fucking crocodile about to eat you, bitch. Take that with you.
So fucking stupid. If we're talking about like plot wise, okay, which one do you think is the best Hellraiser of the 10?
I can give you
like 2.
I can give you 3. Mine's 1, 2, and 6, definitely.
Okay.
The other ones is just.
What do you think is the worst one? Is it 8?
Probably, yeah. It's definitely got to be that damn video game. No, probably not. At least 8 had Doug Bradley.
Like 9, yeah, because Doug Bradley is Pinhead, and like 9 when you bring in a new dude, it really takes away from the excitement. You know what I mean?
Well, dude, it's like Doug Bradley in Hellraiser is like Kane Hodder in Friday.
Mm-hmm. Once we got him, we wanted him.
The thing is, shit films, but great characters.
Yeah, I would probably agree. I think 1 is my favorite. When we did research, when we did just the kills, watching just the kills of 6 with no context, it looked like a shitty film. Going back and actually watching the film, reading up on stuff, and like getting the actual knowledge of it, it made a lot more sense.
I'll tell you this, if they would have made just 1, 2, and 6, this would have been a great fucking franchise.
If we go to Anaconda, the first one is the best one.
Hands down.
Like, 2 is not bad. Honestly, in my opinion, if I had to pick a least favorite one, it's probably 4. Because if you see the CGI for the snake, CGI, it's awful. Where like at first there was like a couple parts where we thought the CGI looked nice. Remember, like they even had the reflection of the snake in the distance. But there was like some dumbass characters. Like one dude just legit ran to the snake with a fucking pistol, like he was gonna do something.
With that little ass pistol.
With a pistol, like. So like, if I had to pick one, 4 is probably my least favorite. But which one is the better of the 2?
It's hard to say. At least Anaconda, even though it gets consistently worse, at least they have like a consistent substance. Hellraiser is kind of all over the fucking place. Mm-hmm. I mean, they fucking go to space. But if I'm gonna have to pick one, honestly.
And again, think about it like right now. Like if you had to sit down and watch the whole franchise right now, which one would you want to watch?
1, 2, 3. Anaconda.
Bro, I didn't think you was going to say Anaconda.
Anaconda takes the first point.
Anaconda the first point.
1-0 for Anaconda. So the next thing we talk about, of course, is the box office. And throughout the Hellraiser franchise, the best one that made the most money is the original, with a $14.6 million. The worst one, and you probably guessed it, is 9. It only brought in $400,000. So you take the total average, it only amounts to actually a small percentage compared to most of them of $65 million.
And then we go back to Anaconda. I do want to say, like, I was thinking about it. 3 was the first sci-fi one. And the reason I remember that now is because the snake, it didn't look like an anaconda. It looked like a fucking rattlesnake, like a giant rattlesnake.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
And that was awful. It looked fucking terrible.
Like even the fucking scale pattern.
Yeah, like the scale pattern. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like snakes, but I know scale patterns at least to like what they look like. You know what I mean? And here's the thing with Anaconda, we really could not find the numbers for 3, 4, and 5. We looked everywhere we could and everything, so they all just equal out to even. But it does not matter because 1 made $136 million and 2 made $71 million. And just off of that alone, that's $140 million gross, which is double.
I would never thought that. But here we are. So Anaconda 2-0. So the next thing we talk about is critical response. The best one of all the franchise in Hellraisers is the original with a 6.3 out of 10. The worst one critically is, and you probably guessed it, it's 9. But 2.7 out of 10. And that's going to hurt the franchise. So you average that out, it's only a 4.6 out of 10, which is slightly below average.
And then you get to Anaconda, and the highest rated one was, of course, 1, which is only a 4.71 out of 10. I honestly thought it was better than that, but that's critics' response. That's fine with me. And then the worst one was actually 3, which, see, going back on it, I agree now. Because I've kind of like got 3 and 4 mixed up. But they all kind of like just blended in together. So it's just like whatever. But 3 was 2.8 out of 10. And that actually hurt them enough because the total average for the critical response is 3.6 out of 10. Which means Hellraiser has the advantage so far.
So now it's time to talk about audience response.
And you're about to hear the lowest audience score.
So the best audience score out of the Hellraiser franchise is, of course, the original at 71%.
Which is pretty dang good.
Pretty good. Pretty decent. The worst one.
Let's see. There's...
It's not. It sounds like Friday, dude.
Yeah.
With a low of 6%.
6. It's not the lowest. Looking back, it's one of the lowest.
It's one of them. So you average that out, it's only 33%.
Which is
not
terrible.
even half. I mean, that's barely above a quarter, dude.
And then we get to the audience score of Anaconda. We got the highest one, which was the first one, which is only 39%. Which, damn. Like, did people really hate that movie?
I didn't think it was that bad compared to fucking rest of them.
Yeah, compared to the rest of the series, it's a masterpiece. I mean, like I said, 2's not terrible, but they don't really get better. And then the lowest one was actually 3, and it was 10%. And like I said, that's pretty freaking low. And if you average it out, it comes out to 22.2%, which means Hellraiser gets the first
point.
2-1. So now we get to go to kills.
So now it's not going to be a sweep. So next we talk about kills. Which franchise had the better kills?
Whether it be just the kill itself or just the creativity of the franchise.
Since there's 10 damn films, I'm going to name 2 or 3 of my favorite ones from the entire franchise. Okay, one of my favorite ones comes from Hellraiser 3. Where this guy gets hooked, electrocuted, and his head exploded.
That's pretty dope. See, one of my favorites is also 3, but it's that fucking I can't remember what that dude's like skull got pierced. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was like.
Yeah, like 2 different ones, like through his fucking skull. It was, like it made me like kind of cringe for a second. That was. Whew.
And we did say another one of mine is going to be from 3 because 3 I think had the best overall kills in the franchise.
It did.
Because like there's one point where Pinhead goes fucking ham in that club. Okay, there was a guy impaled, a girl got impaled, and you got the Cenobite who fucking throws CDs at you and fucking impales you with like fucking CDs.
No, like there was one dude like the CD was all around him and just fucking
just
enclosed his head. There was one like thing of chains that went through 3 people, and then there was like a horde of people trying to get out. Door closes, locked, and then you just see just a ton of fucking blood come out of it. So he just like ran through everybody in that damn club.
And like there's other good kills in the franchise, but in a way they're repetitive because most of them is the same thing and they just shot it differently to make it look cool.
Yeah, like it's my least favorite kill is the one where like he put his fingers in the back of someone's neck.
Yeah, that's just lazy.
Like there's like 3 or 4 of those bitches.
And most of the kills is like fucking chains coming out of the wall, hooking their face, and they get fucking skin ripped off.
Oh, there was a few of those where like the motherfucker exploded, where it made it really kind of cool. Throughout the whole Anaconda, I'm gonna give you 3 of my favorite ones. One is from the original, and it's probably my favorite. It's the dude who's in the fucking cave and then tried to jump the fuck out, and the snake jumped down, caught his ass, wrapped him up, and then fucking that was clean. That was clean as shit. There was one in 4, and it's so fucking hilarious because dude tries to self-sacrifice himself. He has 2 grenades in hand.
Pulls the fucking
ready to go. Like, let's go. Closes his eyes, looks out. Snake fucking takes off.
He fucking dips.
And he's just an explosion.
Like, fuck.
And then another one. This is a close second. To think of the strength of this animal to do this. I know it's a movie, it's a CGI thing, but like to think if it could actually do something like that, I wouldn't want no fucking part of that shit. In 5, in Lake Placid, it's my favorite kill in the movie by far. There's an anaconda that wraps around a fucking SUV, crushes the bitch that's inside of it, and just is like crushing the SUV.
The way I envision that, if that was me in there, not only getting crushed, probably seeing like little fucking shards of metal fucking entering your fucking body first. You know what I'm saying?
So like, if we were to compare kills here, what are you feeling?
I think we're going to disagree on this one.
Yeah.
But I think I know mine. On 3? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3.
Anaconda. Oh, shit.
Okay.
Let you go say Hellraiser. There are some really nice kills in Hellraiser, but there's a lot of just filler kills.
That and it's repetitive.
It gets repetitive. And even with Anaconda being
a fucking snake, at least they switch it up. You know.
Yeah, like some of them is like different types of way that it kills it. Sometimes the motherfucker got swallowed whole. Somebody just bit the motherfucker in the face. There's a couple of them where it got motherfuckers at the head bit straight the fuck off.
But dude, with the verses like Placid, and them fucking snakes are just whipping the crocs in half.
Yeah, there was like literally one. It legit whipped a motherfucking crocodile in half.
That was
and
fucking
in fact,
playing.
We were like talking about when we were going over the kills. Like the first so many kills was just the croc. It was like just croc getting killed. It was like, dude, does the anaconda do anything? First kill, it killed a croc. It killed like 6 or 7 of them motherfuckers.
Then it had the fucking SUV kill. And like it was going ham, dude.
Dang, bro. But yeah, Anaconda's gonna take this one. So that means Anaconda moves on to face the winner. It's gonna face the winner of It and Killjoy. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
It's so weird. Such a weird fucking matchup. Just real quick. Which one would you be more afraid of? Anaconda? I'm going Hellraiser.
It's not even close. And I understand. I understand how stupid that is because of Hellraiser and all the Cenobites and being in actual hell for some of it. I have a serious phobia of snakes. Like, it's fucking crazy.
But at least you'll die and be over with.
Yeah, I know, but
you can die and then go to hell and be tortured for it.
Just the fear of it being there, and like especially how strong it was in 5.
So look,
like no, tell me how strong that if you watched a motherfucker you watched it wrap around the SUV and crush a bitch. Tell me you wouldn't have been just petrified to death. After that. You run.
So you're telling me if you had the team of Cenobites and Pinhead and you had a fucking Anaconda, you'd be like, fuck you, bitch, I'm out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give it to you then.
Yeah.
fucking Anaconda. So Anaconda takes it, my friends.
All right, and like I say it's gonna face the winner of Killjoy It whenever we do that video. Let us know where you got right now. Where's the brackets at for you? Did you expect Hellraiser to get beat by Anaconda?
I wasn't expecting it.
That's an upset, honestly, in my mind. Like, I would like going into it just knowing just the numbers of Anaconda or just the numbers of Hellraiser, because that's what we're trying to do. So it's not like we know everything. Like, I know all of one, he knows all of one. That's why we're like, you see me talking about this one, you see him talking about that one.
Yep.
So it's like different. So it's not just the same. But so let us know what you thought about this, guys. Like I said, tell us your brackets if you got one. Until next time, y'all. Deuces.
Adios.
On the couch like bam, what a slam. Then it's back to you, grouches. My crew just might roll on you like